The NBA 2K games keep upping the ante with significant changes year to year. But in its last outing on the current-gen consoles, developer Visual Concepts has gone for subtlety over glitz and glamour.
On a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Yeah, 2K14 has gone down the path of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just change a few little things here and there. At first glance, it's still a great looking game, Hex, but it doesn't seem as flashy as previous ones.
No, it doesn't. The last 3 games have given us Michael Jordan's career, NBA's greatest teams, the ostentatious Jay-Z as producer, and the revered 1992 Team USA. But this year it's all about LeBron James. From the game cover to the intro video, here's front and center of this game.
To be the best, you have to work the hardest. You have to chase what seems impossible over and over and over again.
Which is fantastic if you're a James fan, but you may struggle to really love 2K14 if you're not, because he's all over it.
The marquee mode this year is called LeBron Path to Greatness.
The one answer I have is that we're going to come strong tonight.
And it takes you on a fantasy journey with James as he seeks to win championships and achieve basketball greatness. You can also choose to keep him with his current team, Miami Heat, or take on a whole different route. And in between matches, we're given the story, and even James chimes in with his own thoughts occasionally.
We just have to step up our games and do the best we can do while they're out.
You know, even though the whole fantasy journey was a little understated, I still got quite wrapped up in the story that the developers came up with.
Yeah, I enjoyed making history as opposed to reliving it.
The 3 from LeBron sinks it.
But you will get the most out of it if you're a basketball fan, because it contains a lot of current NBA lore.
LeBron and Kobe are both having excellent seasons.
Along with James, the other big change up this year is the controls. Again, yes, they've changed them for the 3rd year running.
This was so frustrating at first, because every year it feels like you're back at square one.
Yeah, it was back to good old practice mode for me before any matches. I guess it's good this franchise still has a top-notch training mode.
This year, both shooting and dribbling have been combined in the same pro stick.
The Heat shooting pretty good tonight at 48%.
Quick flicks will produce a dizzying combo of dribbling tricks, and holding the stick in any direction will release a shot.
Kobe attacking. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, it does suck to have to break all the muscle memory from last year's game, but I really do think these changes are for the better. Landing those complex tricks and shots does feel a lot easier now.
True, but getting the balance can be tricky at first.
You're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow, just like he got there.
Sometimes I wanted my guy to dribble and he'd pull up for a shot because I just held the stick a bit too long.
Shoots from 12. And Garnett misses.
I agree, it is a better system overall, and I just hope they stick with it now.
Yeah, and I did like some of the other additions as well. Using left trigger and the right stick will now unleash flashy passes, and the left bumper brings up the 2K play, which selects the best play for that situation.
The feed to Martin. Dishes to Love. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And this is great because it increases your basketball IQ without making you jump into the deep end of a playbook.
The flashy passes look great, but it's a shame that only some team members can pull them off.
Battier outside. There's the feed to...
Visually, you won't see any big changes, but they have refined player animations to showcase their personalities even more.
Yeah, I've always been really impressed with NBA 2K's ability to make each player's style feel really different.
No one in clear control yet.
In previous games, big players will lumber about compared to smaller ones, but here subtle things like shooting styles can affect players too.
Down low, out to Wade.
The AI has also been improved, with defenses becoming much stronger.
Expanding his range. Can't get it to go.
Safe to say this is not a game where you'll be slam dunking left, right and centre.
Yeah, it's a shame because nothing beats slamming those dunks, but this isn't an arcade game, that's not what it's about. I noticed the AI even changes its tactics during play, so if you're having a lot of success using one guy, they'll tend to shut him down as the match progresses.
Puts up the baby hook.
It really keeps you on your toes, and I feel like it's a really human element to this AI. Clever. Clever AI.
LeBron up top. He's covered by Leonard.
Other smaller tweaks I noticed were that players in the paint have more realistic collisions. It's easier to block and the passing has improved, so steals aren't as common.
The missed 3 from Bargnani. From deep, Williams.
Although you do occasionally still get the goofy missed pass or players going out of bounds, which I don't think professional players would do very often.
Wade outside, and there's the pass to Battier.
The usual My Career, Association and Season modes have returned, but they haven't really been updated.
Yeah, the My Career mode has essentially been the same for the last few titles, and it's still a great mode, but, it's probably due for a bit of a revamp.
We'd like to see what you think about your game as a whole.
The online features my team from last year, and crews have been reintroduced as well. And for the first time, you can also play with the top 14 EuroLeague teams.
Teodosic nailed from three-point land.
You know, Badge, I can't help but feel like, along with FIFA, NBA 2K is holding back a little bit on their current gen games. So I'm really keen to see what they bring to the next gen table.
Yeah, me too. And EA have announced that NBA Live will be on next gen, and even though that game has had a few development issues, I'm excited to see what kind of competition it can inspire between that and 2K. Final thoughts, Hex?
Well, it's not a flashy slam dunk, but, all the little tweaks they've made add up to an even better sim than last year's game, so I'm giving it 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree. I'm giving it 9 out of 10 as well. Now more Tiny Power.